Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This daily tarot oracle reading, Tattle Tales from the Vector, is a collective or general reading. My goal is to empower you with information. If just recognize this, because this is a collective or general reading, parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and leave the rest. This is also a timely reading, meaning if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been some time since I have posted it, just go back to what was going on in your life at that time and you may get further clarification of your situation now. All right, so we're going to begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, and the knights would work for the king and queen in the old days, and they would deliver messages far and wide to other kingdoms. And those days, of course, they would do it by horse or camel or whatever. But they nowadays we have all sorts of forms of information and communication. So it's like it could be in person, but it is also likely it could be a letter in the mail. It could be a phone call, a text message, a social media post that you see. It could even be something on the news, something, like there's so many ways that it could be. We also have, just talking about the element here, is passion. So this is a message regarding something you're passionate about or that someone else is passionate about. There's a big red plume on the back of his helmet here, and that is representing that the Knight of Wands has quite a strong personality and can sometimes have a hot temper. Having said that, the horse represents our emotions, and he's learned to rein his emotions in. So he is delivering probably a pretty respectable message. And then we will have, all right, so perhaps he's talking about there's 7 of cups here. These are 7 gifts. Each cup has a different gift in it. These are opportunities that are available to you. So this is really awesome news. It could be, someone could be sending you, maybe you've applied for a job and there's 7 people are interested in hiring you, or it could be, each of these is different. It's saying that these are all opportunities that are available to you, and you just have to choose which one you want, and they're destined for you. So if you want to choose more than one, or the order that you choose them in, that's all up to you. It was looking good until this, okay? So these opportunities, spoiled for choice. We have the devil coming in here with some sort of temptation. So it's hard with only 3 cards out to recognize, okay, what is this about? The devil's coming up in a lot of readings, so I feel it's just like the devilish energy on the planet right now. The Epstein files were released, and that energy right there has, it's just flooded the internet and everybody's talking about it. So that kind of, it's just kind of low vibration energy. And the devil represents temptation. We have 2 lovers here. They're yoked together by chains, and they're connected to Saturn's box here. And the devil is haunched over Saturn's box. And this just the way he's sitting represents animal instinct. This is saying this is less of a love relationship and more about lust due to temptation. Whenever the devil energy comes in, I always cover it and to see, because the devil is not going to tell us the truth. So there's no point, we're wasting our time if we try to figure out, okay, what does the devil want here? So what I do is I cover it, and I want to know who's the minion that he sends in, because he never does his own dirty work. And also, does God step in and change it? So there's a magician. Interesting. This would imply that the magician card normally represents the energy of, when the Fool goes on his journey in the major arcana. There's the first card is the 0 card, and that's the 0 point where he starts off. And the very first card he comes across is the magician. And this is to gather the tools for what he needs to in this cycle, in this journey that he's going on. And this is about what God has decreed for you from the top and bringing that down to earth. And so this is the energy of infinite potential, like all these opportunities coming in. But when it's sitting on this energy, it implies that there's some black magic, someone's doing some black magic. So there, you know, we don't know enough yet, but that's definitely what's being said. Someone wants these opportunities, I guess. We'll see. We have justice coming in because there was black magic done. That's what this information possibly is about. So justice speaks for itself, basically. This can be this veil behind this person on the throne represents the veil between the heaven and earth, basically, energy, as above, so below energy. And this represents using your intuition as well as your logic. She's holding a sword in her right hand here, and this indicates that she's ready. She also has her right foot slightly forward. The toe there is pointing out, you can see. And this is saying that it's already on its way, that some justice is coming in regarding an energy of someone using black magic to get these opportunities that belong to you. And there's some communication about this, maybe this justice coming in. And this is also indicating that this is justice on the spiritual level as well as on the physical. So justice starts on the spiritual level, and then it comes down to the physical level. So spiritual court has already decided something, and now it's going to be implemented in the physical, in the 3D. Yeah, look at this, the chariot's coming in. This is coming in quick, this energy. It's already, like, she's already got her right foot forward. And this quite often represents karma being on the spiritual realm, and then law and order being restored on the physical. This card, generally, how I would read it normally in a reading, is if the devil didn't come in, like second card in, as soon as the opportunities showed up, of course. This energy is talking about being on your destined path. So this may suggest that this could be your energy if you're doing dark magic, or this could be someone that did dark magic to you and was trying to go after your opportunities. So you would know. All I can do is just read the cards right now. This card quite often represents police, like because of the black and whites that policemen use to the vehicles that they drive, especially in the United States, and some in, I think, municipal police in Canada. The RCMP are in white vehicles. The RCMP are the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. For those, they're federal, but they sometimes are contracted out to municipalities throughout Canada. And but their vehicles are not black and white, they're white. I don't know if that really matters, but it's just, I'm explaining it because I know I have a lot of Americans watching my channel and people from out of the country. So we have the Queen of Wands here now. So we have like a figure here who is, the Queen of Wands is someone that is highly, like she's considered to be very sexy and a natural beauty and really sunny disposition. That's why she's holding a sunflower here. This is someone that she follows, she wants to stay on her destined path. She uses her logic and her intuition to be able to arrive at creative solutions rather than just relying on one or the other. And this wand is made of wood. So this wand actually represents, it's the same as this. This actually represents a tree, and the tree has deep roots that represent the ancestors, and then the branches are the little offshoots here. Those represent descendants. So she's sitting on her throne, and she's pretty chill. Like she's, as I said, she's got a happy disposition. She owns a little black cat here. A lot of people don't want black cats because they think they're bad luck. But she doesn't care about superstition because she sets the tone. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, my cat just came running. Did you say you need a cat? No, I didn't say that. But thank you for asking. She usually sits on my lap and purrs. But for whatever reason, well, I find whenever this devil energy comes up, she doesn't want to partake in the readings. So she's a smart cat. She's not black though. But the energy. So yeah, okay, so this is interesting because the universe and God himself are sending in a gift for you. And that gift is, this wand represents passion for a new discovery. So starting something new, starting a new cycle, and it's interesting like how this is playing out because we can't really tell what's happening. We know there's a lot of opportunity here. And, you know, what's kind of interesting is in the face cards of the wands, they all have this protection on them, like these round, these salamanders chasing their tail kind of energy in a circle, and a lion. And this represents protection from fire because that's the element. But the Queen of Wands is the only one, there's no salamanders on her royal court pictures, and not on her clothing either. And that's because she doesn't need protection from fire because she sets the tone. She is the fire. That's like she commands it. That's the energy. So there's some sort of, opportunities coming in that are new for you. Something different. Something that's really going to really be something you're passionate about. That might be the energy coming in here. And then at the same time, we have someone doing dark energy, and there's justice coming in, and it looks like the justice is in the court systems in the 3D on some level, because we have this card. Normally this would just be saying, oh, you're being rewarded for staying on your path, but then bang, right away this shows up. So we don't know yet. Okay, so then we have the card of transition. Now don't panic if this card's coming in. This card's coming in a lot also. Both this one and this one there's a few cards that have been coming up, and it's due to a lot of the energy. Right now we have a full moon, and that full moon is, come Stella, okay, you can come and sit on my lap. That's a good girl. Your job is to purr. You just sit here and purr, and we're good. All right, I apologize. What I was saying is that this is transition, and this card has been coming up a lot because we just ended 2024 or 2025 and entered 2026 a month ago. And at that time, lots of times when there's a new year, you don't notice the energy and the change. It doesn't seem, oh, it's no different really. Having said that, 2025 was 2 + 2 + 5, a 9 year. So it was actually the end of a 9 year. So it was the end of a decade cycle. And 2026, it was the beginning of a new year. 2 + 2 + 6 = 10. And so that 10 breaks down to a 1. 1 + 0 is 1. So it's a brand new decade of energy coming in. So the division was more noticeable between the 2 years, for one thing, and that was the death card is about transition and rebirth, and so that's why it was coming up so much, and still is, I feel. Having said that, we also have the year of the horse coming in, and now we have these horses coming in. The horses on February 17th is the Chinese New Year. So that will be day one of New Year's for the Chinese calendar, which is based on the lunar cycles. And we're moving out of the year of the snake. And it's interesting because this magician has a snake around his waist, and it's called an Ouroboros. It's biting its tail. And so, it represents not staying in a loop, releasing whatever. What does a snake do? They shed their skin. So the energy is moving out of the snake year into the year of the fiery horse on the 17th. On that same day, we have the energy of the new moon, and we also have the energy of a solar eclipse. And the energy from a solar eclipse can last for 6 months. I have on a playlist the New Year and the Chinese New Year energy, and also I'm doing Valentine's Day readings, and it's on that playlist. So if you want to know more for your specific sign, you can go there. I also just did readings for all of the zodiac signs for the full moon. So, and I will be doing one for the new moon coming up here after I'm done the Valentine's Day readings. So you can go to that. To those playlists on if you want more information about, because it's different for each sign, and it's really we're feeling it a lot. But I just want you to realize that as I'm posting this on the 3rd of February, and we have a full moon that came in on the 1st. And so if you're going to let go of some energy, now's the time to do it. Perfect timing to let energy go, so you're ready for the year of the horse coming up on the 17th. Okay, so now we have this transition coming in. This is saying there's light at the end of the tunnel. Old systems are being trampled. We're seeing that right now on the news. Like, there's a lot of news out there right now, as I said. We have staying, this reward is for staying on your path despite all the energy here. And some people are turning away, they don't want the change. And some people, like these two little kids here, one of them's holding a bloom to the Grim Reaper and saying, yay, let's do some new stuff. That's really cool. So the energy is, the Grim Reaper is not meant to be an evil symbol, it's just a symbol of transition. And this is the Fool going on a new journey. Okay. I'm building a pyramid here, and we do have here the tools is the bot. This is kind of what's happening in the tools that you have. So this is the energy moving into this reading. You have all these opportunities coming in. Somebody's doing black magic. There's justice regarding that, and it looks like you're on your destined path, or the law and order is coming in. The Queen of Wands, I just want to also say this is an archetype. This could be a male in his feminine energy, as well as a female in her feminine energy. And then we have a gift coming in from the universe and God that is going to be a major transition and end this cycle, and then you're going on a new one. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Because someone's coming in with a cup of love. Yay, for Valentine's Day. Where were you in my Valentine's Day readings? So it's right away. Like you're starting a new journey, because the Knight of Cups. So this is the figure that you would read about in a romance novel. The knight in shining armor, dressed to the nines, your hero. The person, the prince that you read about or that you see in the movies, not the one that we're reading about on the internet right now. So this is like representing that. And look we have another horse coming in. So I do feel in this reading, it's saying, get ready for the year of the horse energy. And then we have the 9. And so this, when I just want to say also, when this is coming in, and it's coming directly to the Fool, and it's about this energy here. So this energy could be, you could be the person that wants to offer this, or someone's coming in and you're the person they're offering it to. And generally, when it's a Knight of Cups, it is an offer, maybe like a proposal of marriage, or a stronger commitment on some level. And this card is saying 9 cups, like 9 cups. There only can be 10 cups in the tarot. That's 10 cups is the most. Then, and you already, this is this person's sitting, it's on on a stage. So this could be, you could be someone that's known publicly, like you might have a social media account that's public. You could, be you might be an influencer of some sort, because this is sitting on an energy here of, a queen, right? And this is saying, generally, like I would read it, you're on your divine path, and and you've been offered all these opportunities. And you have 9 cups, and you only need one more, and now you have this one, and you're on a new journey. So now you're going to have 10 cups if you say yes to this marriage proposal. But unfortunately, we have this energy in here, so it's hard to say exactly what's going on at this point. This energy, we have the 9 cups here, and this is saying more, the reason I say that this is more public is it looks like this person's on a stage, but we can't tell. Are these cups above his head, like just hanging down, or are they back here on a shelf? So this is past, present, future. It's the energy, it depends on who you are, basically. And the thing that I notice about this card is his body language is very incongruent here. In body language, if you sit with your feet out, with your toes pointed out, it means you're leaking a lot of energy, and from the lower half of your body kind of energy. The Knight of Wands has a bit of a reputation for being, playing the field, being a bit of a player kind of energy, so it might be something to do with that. We also have the upper body energy, the arms crossed, but they're not covering the heart. So I don't feel like this is closed. It's almost like this is someone making an infinity symbol here. And it's, with their arms, if they were up higher and covering the heart, I would say that they have closed energy here. But this is more, it's kind of, what it's saying basically is if you're wishing for something, it means that you don't have it yet. So it means you have to put some energy into it, and don't leak your energy right now. Don't lose your focus because of what's happening around you. Stay in the game. Many a race is lost in the last lap, and so to be able to get that 10th cup, you have to stay focused on where you want to go, because it's sitting right here on this card here. And the energy is like, it's interesting because this card comes in, this is something that you've always wished for. This would make the 10th cup, and you would have total fulfillment. So let's see. Yeah, this energy here has been causing you burdens. This is about the law and order and the justice. This card is saying that you have a lot of something very heavy that you're carrying. Now, this is the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands represents actions that have been taken by you or by others, or not taken. And this energy is like you plant seeds and then they grow, and then you have the harvest. So these could be heavy with the harvest of everything that you have been working on, which could have meant that that these 7 opportunities you had way back when are now coming into fruition. Literally, like it's a crop coming in, and it's so heavy and it's so bountiful that you're having trouble getting it home. More commonly, this card is read as carrying other people's burdens. So it could be a little bit of both. Some of these wands could be ones that you planted, because we have all these opportunities at the beginning. And yeah, so we'll see here. But this is saying you're almost home. Again, it's very similar to this card. Don't give up. Don't stop now, whatever you do. Somehow you need to get your harvest home. You're so close. He can't see how close he is, because he's the load is in front of his face and he's exhausted here. But he's so close to bringing his harvest in from all his work. And it also is saying if any of these wands or burdens that you're carrying that don't belong to you, put them down and get home. And this is also saying there may be an easier way for you to get make these last steps. Like, instead of walking, maybe you could, like back in those days, they didn't have cell phones, but maybe you could, call a trucking company or whatever to help you, bring it in. But this also can represent burdens that you or other people have caused for yourself, that and if there's black magic, there's burdens. So like eventually that kind of karma, this is karma rushing in, and it's rushing in. And he's reining in his emotions, but he's like, we gotta get this information. And it maybe is to the Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands is also about the element of fire. All right, so interesting that this card's been coming up a lot also. So this is saying, this is someone who's standing on the turret of his castle, and he's saying, wow, like I've accomplished so much here. he's got the world in his hands, but he recognizes perhaps he's from a smaller city, or it's a small business or whatever, and he's thinking about expanding it. Quite often I read this as being like a franchise, and maybe someone wanting to start, franchise their business. Maybe they have been really successful at the location in their hometown, but now they're, wanting to expand their horizons with it. So that he's got the globe in his hand, representing that he feels he has the world in his hand. He's done everything he can here, and he's trying to make a decision. And sometimes this could be about taking a business internationally or something. It doesn't have to be a business. It's something that he's passionate about, though. And then we have the Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles coming in. Interesting energy again, because like this energy is sitting right on this dark magic energy. Maybe he has to hightail it out of town because everybody's figured out that I don't know what he's been doing. It's a full moon. Don't ask. We don't really want to know. We're hearing enough of that kind of shift on the news right now. We don't need any more of it, literally. So this is the energy of the Knight of Pentacles is coming in, and he's the slowest moving knight. And but the thing is, like, you have to be really patient because the Knight of Pentacles is so slow. His horse isn't even moving. That's how slow he is. Having said that, when he comes in with a message, generally the communication is very, it's a strong offer. Like, it's something that is true. And because it's about pentacles, now pentacles are wealth, health, wealth, and happiness. And a big part of that, of course, in the 3D world is your money, the coin. Having said that, you could have all the money in the world and still not be happy. So the energy is more about lifestyle. Like, how are you living like you want? Do you have love in your life? See, this card is saying, like, you almost have everything you wish for, but there's one cup missing. Maybe you have, you love your business, you love the home you live in, you love your pets, you love your career, you love your co-workers. Like, you might even love someone in your life, but you're missing a cup. And this is saying that the pentacle energy is coming in. So the better lifestyle is coming in. And we started that here. So we're climbing up this pyramid, and this is the obstacles that we're coming across. And now we're moving into, do you have the courage to make the choices that you need to make to be able to bring this energy in? Okay. And then, oh, look at that. The 10 of Pentacles comes, or the 10 of Cups comes out. That's cool. That's really cool. So this is saying that perhaps someone came in with an offer of love, and you now are accepting. Because we have 9 here, we have 10 here. Again, this is still saying, like, this is ultimate fulfillment. Now, can you ever have ultimate fulfillment in a perfectly imperfect world? Probably not, but you can probably have a pretty darn good lifestyle with this energy here. So it's like, this is like, this last cup coming in was what you needed to be able to, and it may mean moving, but you're okay with it because it's going to complete your life. Like, it's going to make it a happy, happy lifestyle. And then we have the full moon coming in, that energy. And it's sitting on this. So the full moon is talking about any hidden secrets and any illusions can come out at the full moon. Use your intuition is what it's saying. Use your intuition at this time regarding, feel it's this situation in here. And the energy, like the burdens that you're holding that aren't yours. This is talking about the illusions around that are being taken care of, right? The justice is coming in. And also the illusion that people that think dark magic, like, if you don't believe in dark magic, it's hard for it to affect you in the same way. It still might affect you, but it's kind of like giving your power away, basically. And so, the way I'm going to describe it is this way. If you are out and about on a beautiful sunny day, and there's not a cloud in the sky, and the sun is shining, and you're on your path and you're happy and you're in this energy, and someone down the block is holding like a a big black ball in their hand, you're probably not even going to notice it because there's so much sunlight and everything. If you're say you're in a stadium and it's totally black and there's not a light in sight, it's just totally dark, and then someone lights a candle, you're going to notice that light right away. So that's kind of the power of dark magic and you know, like God's plan. God's plan is magic. So any magic that is, you know, miracles are God's plan. And so this is talking about breaking down those illusions. And to stay on your path, sometimes it can be dangerous because a lot of times people that are using dark magic are also using other methods to get what they want. They might be using technology, whatever. They might have people that they know in high places pulling strings for them, you know, that kind of energy. You know, you could probably say that again, what we're seeing in the news, like, and I don't, like, I'm so, like, it's just like, I don't even want to bring it into my reading, but when the devil's here, it's hard not to. Is like, like the people that are involved on the news right now, they're people that are like running countries and stuff. So how are, you know, it's like really challenging for people to take it in. It's kind of people that you were looking up to and having so much respect for. And they're involved in this energy, right? And it's kind of like, it's like breaking down illusions. The truth is coming through. The light is being shone on the situation. Having said that, like, we all have those areas in our own lives. Like, that's, you know, that's humanity. That's the way it is. So this energy right now, with all of those files flooding the internet that people have been waiting to read and look at for, you know, like several years now, that energy just flooded the internet and flooded the information, and it's flooded, you know, like, and it's kind of like that information comes down to everybody because it's a dark energy, that's for sure. So that's what this is talking. But the good thing is that the truth, the light is being shone on situations, and we're learning the truth. And what does the truth do? It sets you free. So we just have to, you know, and then now this is confirming the reason why this energy is coming in for you is because you have stayed on your path. This is a reward. This pentacle information coming in about these pentacles is saying it's a gift from the divine, from God and from the universe for staying on your path and not diverting from it. You even, you know, facing danger. There's a domestic dog and a wolf or coyote howling at the moon here. Can you imagine a poor lobster trying to climb, you know, go through there, you know, really vulnerable. This is also talking about the upcoming eclipse on the 17th, the new moon at the same time, and that we have a full moon, you know, right now as I'm doing this reading. And I will say the full moon is in Leo, and Leo is about leadership. And right across from the full moon from the Leo energy on the horoscope is the opposing sign is Aquarius. And so whatever the sign is opposite on the wheel affects your energy quite a bit, as well as what energy that your sun sign is in. And what it's shining light on right now is leadership. And leaders being really strong leaders, or wanting to stand in their own power and do what they want because they have power, they can. And it's like, I want to express myself. I want to be in this energy. And at this opposing that energy is the Aquarius energy, which is saying, what about the world? What about the group? What about all the people that are looking up to you all around the world? Like, you're in high positions of authority here. That's the energy we're seeing. But in this reading, what it's saying is for you, it's clarifying you're not the one doing the dark magic. You're the one who has been staying on your path. And that's why this reward is coming through. So that's good to know. And then we have this energy saying, don't worry. You do have a strong foundation for money. And so this is talking about 3 levels of making money. This is having a strong foundation, but playing it safe. going after your heart's desires or your crowning glory. And he has his back to the city here because sometimes you have to leave your comfort zone to take risks, to be able to have opportunities coming into your life and put the work in. So this is saying, don't sell yourself short at this time. You have everything you need to move forward and enjoy these opportunities. And now, if you've been sent a divine partner, someone that is really for you, plus the lifestyle and the pentacles to be able to make it all happen, you're in a really strong position. Yes, and there we have it. So this is talking about sowing seeds that you've planted here. So at least 6 of these wands are your harvest. And it's saying it's enough money already that's coming in. This will be even more. But it's talking about having been generous to be able to share your profits with other people to a certain extent. And then this person here, and learning the discernment of give and take in that. So this person has something in their pocket already, and that's why these scales of justice are on this person, because they don't need the money. This person actually does. This person needs to get up off their butt and go to work because they've got what they need already. And this is having the discernment to know what to do with that in business and in life. The pentacles represent how much time and energy, and some part of that is money, but like, what all are you investing? How is it affecting your health? Like that kind of energy, and learning the give and take of that. So perhaps you needed to learn a few lessons here in how much to give and how much to take, and who to give it to and who to take it from, kind of energy, which of course, if you're in business, that's what you need to learn. Because now we have the Empress energy coming in, and the Empress is all 4 queens rolled into one. So this could represent the same person after going through all of this. This could be you in this energy going through all of this. Now, here you are, because there's only one queen here, like she's ruling. And there's no, like, the rest are knights and figures of justice and a magician, that kind of energy. So this is, the Empress is all 4 queens rolled into one. She is sitting on her throne, and she's got this wheat growing at her feet, and she just waves her wand, and nature does what, because everybody wants to please her. Because she's got all the qualities of all the queens. So she's got the qualities I already explained here, plus she's very good with the pentacles. She's known for being very resourceful and being able to make something out of nothing. She's someone you can rely on. She's got that unconditional love, with the cup energy. And she's also very intelligent and understands how to use her intuition and her logic and her mental capacity. And this is victory. And look at, we have, like, this is the 6 of Wands. Again, I'm saying these 6 of Wands, there were 6 wands here that really paid off big time. And maybe you played it safe with the other 4, or you gave too much of the other 4 away, is what's coming up. Or gave to people that didn't really need it, and then didn't appreciate it, and didn't, they didn't reciprocate. Let me put it to you that way. That's the energy here. But you're victorious. This is saying you have victory. And look at, we have another horse. How many horses do we have? We have 1, 1 to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horses already. So the year, the year of the horse may be very significant for you, and it may be saying, because the danger with the horse energy is that you can set too many goals too high and not give yourself enough time to complete them, and then burn yourself out. And it can also say that you can avoid impulsive behavior, because this horse is very fiery, and if it bolts, it could run really far in the wrong direction, and all you'll be doing is hanging on. And that's talking maybe about this energy here. But this is saying, I keep getting like 6 of these wands brought in a pretty good harvest for you. And 4 of them were more like safe money, or you gave too much away. But you're in a learning curve. Now you're an Empress. Now you know. You won't make that mistake again. This energy is talking about the reason you were victorious is you were able to rein in your emotions and not, and same as this energy here. This is that fiery energy. And this is talking about, there's some people here that are jealous. You can see in the background they have jealous face and some are happy. So it's saying that some of the people here that maybe even before weren't on your side now are, because maybe this truth is coming out about this energy here. And then we have somebody's been playing with juggling pentacles here. And it's sitting on this illusion, this energy here. What happened to these 4 pentacles? That's what my question would be. Where did they go? That's maybe what this is about. Otherwise, it's such a beautiful reading. And so this is saying, juggling this energy of, multitasking. And multitasking is a great talent to have, especially if you're a mom. You pretty much need to multitask. Having said that, this is talking about don't multitask so much and be so busy that your work suffers from it, so that, and your life suffers from it. This is work hard, play hard. And this can talk about juggling dollars and maybe working 2 jobs or going to school and working, that kind of energy. And this is also saying juggle your options, but never juggle your morals, which would be this energy down here. Then we have the Hermit. Yeah. So this is saying when the Hermit goes through a dark night of the soul, which is when the shift hits the fan and something really goes crazy, like everything feels like it's falling apart or whatever, and you don't know what to do, the Hermit climbs the mountain and isolates himself up there so that he can just be one-on-one with God and meditate and really get in touch with his inner self. And when his lantern is full of light, and that would be from the North Star, which is the reward here, he then has his rod lightens up, and this is representing, okay, now it's time to take action, like these wands here. His wand lights up, and now he comes down from the mountain, and he implements what he's learned at the top of the mountain and takes action on it. And so that's what this is saying you did. This is why it's working out for you. This is about your heart's desires. And yes, it's saying the Queen of Pentacle energy, learning that lesson may have brought you into Empress status. You already had, or these could be different people, it just depends. But this is saying, I explained the qualities of the Queen of Pentacles, very resourceful, someone you can trust, that kind of energy. And there is some energy here. This card can sometimes say that there's people involved here that will do anything to win. And it can also talk about how the universe manifests. So the universe, this can talk about, this energy can be where this person is representing you, and you've been going through these battles and you might have felt like you were going backwards instead of forwards. And the way nature manifests is a very natural way. Nature doesn't just march forward. Like, it's so much more comfortable for human beings when we're moving forward. It's way more enjoyable than moving backwards or having to take a step sideways kind of energy. But life is not a dance, or life is not a march, it's a dance. And so when nature counts, nature says, okay, 1 + 1 = 2, and then 2 reaches back into the past. It takes a step back and grabs 1, and now it's 3. And then 3 reaches back into the past and grabs 2, and now it's 5. And that's how just saying, like, you're not, progress is not a straight line. Not natural progress. Natural progress and manifestation is a dance. And so, because you have things to learn in between then. If you're just marching forward, like, where's the fun in that? It's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy the journey. Then we have, okay, here's the Queen of, I feel this is talking about the lessons that the Queen of Wands maybe had to learn on this journey, because now we have 3 queens here. we still don't have a king. We have a knight coming in with an offer of love, but no king yet. So the queen, she's got her cup here, and she's got a lid on it, representing that she's a container for conditional or unconditional love. So she's, basically, she would be the most likely to get married, and she loves her family and she loves her children and loves to enjoy time with them and her partner, and just really enjoys life. She just loves being around babies and kittens and that kind of energy. And it's almost like she has a trophy, because that trophy represents how much love she has for everything. We have the truth coming in, the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. It could be about this energy, which is the sword of justice coming through, I feel like. And this is what we say what do we do when we swear on a Bible in a court of law? We say, I'll tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Oh, there's the King of Cups. Finally, we have some masculine energy coming in here. Like, it's just, okay, there was no other person really to match the Queen's energy, really. And then now an Empress. So this is saying there is a King of Cups that has been waiting. See, the King of Cups, he's sitting on his throne. He's out in the middle of all this turmoil. This represents like real volatile emotions. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of chaos, but he's just waiting for the right opportunity. He also has his foot, and he might be part of this justice, because it's like coming right down this line here. And it's like he's been waiting patiently to deliver his cup of love. And maybe that is also the energy of, like, what did I say? When the truth comes out, it does set us free, even though sometimes the truth is pretty brutal. And then look at that. Yeah. This is about being left out in the cold and half the money going missing, that kind of energy. So I feel like this King of Cups is bringing out, this is the energy. And this card has been coming up a lot. And I always have read that, of being left out in the cold. Five of Pentacles and only half the money you should have, which is pretty close here. If you only got the money for 6 Pentacles instead of for 10. But this is talking also about feeling like being left out of family, and being left out of love, and being left out of the truth kind of energy. A lot of that kind of energy. I feel like this could represent the victims that for years have been waiting for justice, and now all of a sudden they're getting justice. Like, people are recognizing that something happened here that shouldn't have happened. At least it's gone that far now, right? And so this energy is, I feel that also, I feel like why it's coming up is a lot of times maybe you in your life, you have felt like, I don't fit in for some reason. And this is saying, we all have our own unique qualities, and it really is, it's part of human nature to really, really want to be part of the tribe. You look at teenagers in particular, like, their peer group matters. And especially, I give kudos to them. Like, it must be really challenging, like, with all the social media and everything out there. Oh, like, when I was a teenager, if we screwed up, like, our parents hid it. They didn't broadcast it on social media, you know what I mean? They were embarrassed for us if we were too dumb to be embarrassed ourselves, And it's part of life, is the learning curve. But, like, it's kind of like, these days, in a click of a mouse, like, everything you've ever done wrong in your life could come to light. And here you are, 14 years old, going, wow, I guess my life is over. And it's not like, that's the energy I'm picking up. It's kind of like, whoa, we live in really different times right now. And if you stick out and you've been staying on your path, you're going to stick out for good reason. So just going from the bottom to the top and then back down, like the past, okay, there's these opportunities. You've been waiting and waiting for the Knight of Pentacles to show up with a message. You've got, and then all of a sudden there's ultimate fulfillment when it does. And it's because you went up to the top of the mountain and you isolated, and you probably had to let go of a lot of people when you did that, because you didn't want to be involved in the karma of their energy. That's right here in the middle of the reading, pretty much, you know, the justice in the, like right in the first row here. And then this is your intuition was telling you, separate yourself from their energy. Then this is the Queen of Pentacles, with the resources now that she didn't have before, and there's a King of Cup involved. This energy of being left out in the cold, I feel like it's over. But like, I feel like some people are just not, you're not, if you're a public figure of some sort and you're meant to shine, then you're not meant to just blend in with everybody else anyway. You're meant to stand out. So I feel like that's what this card is saying with the energy here. And also that the truth is coming out. If your reputation or, you know, there's been a lot of talk and you're really upset about it, this justice coming in will set the record straight, is what I'm getting. So we've got the truth coming in, and we need the truth in the world. And the truth can be very uncomfortable. And then we have the Queen of Cups energy, like not closing your heart. Like that's so important, because like when there's illusions and you don't know where to go and what to happen, to have to go on your path can feel really dangerous, because you're not part of the pack anymore, you know? And then but all of this hardship or whatever has added up for you being in this Empress energy now. You've learned so much from it. You've learned how much to give, how much to take, how much to invest, who to do it with. Your discernment is much better. So you're on a new journey, and it's different from the last. It's like a rebirth. And we're going to clarify it for those that feel like they want clarification. If you have enjoyed this reading up to this point, please give it a like and a comment, and consider subscribing. If you resonate with the energy, it really empowers me to build my channel. And for those of you who want to continue to get more clarity, here we go. I'm using my Oracle, Tales from the Vector, which is TAILS. I started this back in 2007. I completed it in 2020. And now I am, the paintings are all done. I'm an artist. There were 64. And some of them were really big paintings, 3x4 paintings, and they've got crystals, and there's dragonflies and all sorts of beautiful energy. It's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And now I'm working on gathering the information that I'll put with the book when I print it out. And I will, in the description box below, put the cards in the order they appear. They've got numbers on them. The numbers represent the number of the painting in my gallery on my website. And that's talesfromthevector.com. The information's in the description box. All right. So the underlying energy, oh, there we go. This is how this deck works. It's okay, Stella, they're not going to whack you. So we have this energy coming in, this information coming in for this new path starting up is coming in. It's on the way. It's reconfirming that the chariot is spinning already. And then this energy is talking about lack of awareness. You may have not been aware that people were doing black magic. If you don't believe in black magic, most people don't even believe in it. So that's good. Don't believe in it. But there are people out there that do it. And there's people that are really frightened by it. And a lot of times they're using, as I said, they're out there doing their black magic, but they're also using technology and other methods to get the job done. And then they're making it look like it's magic. Hey, look how powerful I am. Look at me, I'm so powerful. And then then God says, okay, it's time for the truth to come out. Just end of story. So this is about having the strength and the courage to hang in there and stay on your journey. That's why the chariot's coming in. We have Aquarius energy coming in. So yes, Aquarius energy is all about using your intellect in a really strong way. And, we moved, possibly a lot of people feel like because it's a long drawn out process. It's 2,160 years, where we move in from one age to another, and we move from the age of Pisces, and around 2020 when all that turbulence was happening, we moved into we're slowly moving into this age of Aquarius energy. And if you've noticed, the age of Aquarius is very, we have all the AI talk coming in. It's very experimental. It's ruled by Uranus. So it's all about observing and experimenting. And we left the Pisces energy, which was more the old boys club energy. You give a handshake. Years ago, when you began your career, you would stay probably in the same career for most of your life, and even sometimes with the same company. That was the energy. These days, it's highly unlikely that you're going to do that. Talk to anybody, that's out there right now employed. The employment is not like something, I think I'm going to have this job and have this money coming in on a regular basis for the rest of my life. And that was just taken back in, like the 1950s, 60s, 70s. That kind of energy was like, that's how people did things. Like they stayed with the company for years and years and then worked their way up. Now the Aquarius energy, I just want to point out that when signs come out in my readings, these general readings, I'm not talking about this is an Aquarius and this is a whatever sign. What I'm talking about is the state of being of each of the signs. We have every sign, and each of us has a little bit of every sign in us. Our sun sign defines our character and our personality and our image. But so it's the strongest in many ways. But we do have a little bit, and if you get your birth chart done, you can see what area, which house that's in, and find out more like that's where it's going to affect you the most. But the Aquarius energy in general is talking about the point, like being all one together and being a universe like that. And with the full moon in Leo, remember I said the Aquarius energy is opposing it. So I'm not surprised at all to see that coming out. This is talking about all stars. She's the third eye chakra, saying it's important these days to use your insight, your superpower. You're a superstar. And so this is about being able to speak up. Maybe you didn't feel like you could before. This is saying 2026 energy is going to be very different from 2025, or the decade of energy before that is going to be very different now. And apparently much better for you, which is really happy to see for my collective. And then we have the Temperance coming in. This is devotion. It can be challenging to stay on your path, as I said. Like it requires courage, and it requires a lot of patience, because quite often it seems like everybody else is getting ahead faster, just by cheating and doing whatever. But in the end, it all comes back together again. And indifference. So we're all in it together. So indifference is a karmic space where people start making choices based on, I don't feel like being in it all. I'm not into this Aquarian energy right now. I'm going to do what I want to do. And that's this energy here that we're talking about. And just being totally indifferent to the suffering that it causes others. Oh, well, their problem, not mine kind of energy, even though you're taking what is theirs. That kind of energy doesn't make sense. But then we have the Taurus energy coming in. So that's not surprising, because Taurus is ruled by Venus. And Taurus, think about a toddler. That's when we first learn. That's Taurus is the second sign in the zodiac. Aries is the first. Aries is like a brand new baby coming into the world, and then Taurus is like toddler age, where they're asking why, and they're like not sharing. They're like, I'm not sharing. I don't want to share, and they'll throw a temper tantrum. And this is talking about the very early stages, the give and take energy, learning that energy, and not having a meltdown like a toddler if you don't get your own way. Reining in your emotions is, especially with this year of the horse. And in this reading, look how many horses there are. Like, don't be flying off the handle and freaking out on people, and especially when you don't know for sure if you have the true information. So this is about disruption. What's fun for some is not fun for everyone. Yeah, like honestly, like really not. And then we have the Leo coming in. So that's the energy of the full moon right now. Let it go, whatever's not suiting you anymore. We have the Emperor coming in. So the Emperor energy is coming in to match the Empress energy. So, and this is, where's the cup of love? Here. All right. So dissemination of information. That's when there's an elephant in the room and you're like, elephant? What elephant? I don't see an elephant. And it's, again, I just have to say it again because in my oracle, it's talking about the top, politicians and everything that's happening in the world, like, and we're seeing it right now, like dissemination of information. It's, but in defense of any politicians out there, they're like, like 1% of the population. Like, how many people do you know that run countries, right? So they're at the top there. And people are like, oh, that 1% does not, it's not just like 1% of the people feeling that way. Clearly, this is happening, the tactics and everything are happening on much lower levels. Like the average person in the average day has all these, has the same kind of energy going on. So if, we are the ones who are voting them in and, etc. So, we have to quit using tactics on each other and on ourselves. And then our leadership at the very top, who represents us. That's the part that some people don't talk about too much. And the other thing is politicians speak in political talk. And doctors speak in medical language. Physicists speak in math language. Every profession, like lawyers, they talk in legalese. So it's kind of like every language, every profession has their own language. And so sometimes you need to look up what the words mean, what they're saying, so that you can really understand what they're saying. But they're so used to talking to people that are in their niche or their, they forget, they sometimes end up talking in their talk, and it's hard for the everyday person to understand it. Like if you go to the doctor and then you have to go online and see if you can find in layman's terms, what did that doctor just say to me? Like, what's really wrong with me? And you look it up and you try and figure it out for yourself. It's that kind of energy. And at the top here, we have the Gemini energy. So this is about creative solutions and logic coming together. And we're all like, Gemini now, like we have the Taurus energy, and Gemini is talking about kindergarten age. And basically kindergarten age is when we learn that, hey, we're no longer, isn't that different? That kid, their parents are very different from mine, and they live very differently from how we did. And how are you going to know that until you get out there in the world and experience other people and other cultures, etc. So I feel like this has been a really good reading for like what's kind of going on in the world right now. I mean, it's not, it is what it is. If you've enjoyed it, please do like and comment, subscribe if you resonate. I will be back with another reading for you tomorrow. Bye for now.